we've done this in partnership with some fantastic people. I'm going to make sure I get all this right. The Poets Society, Apples and Snakes, working with schools. And the third partner is Defra, basically the department that look after the environment, but also look after the whole rural community and also the seas, our fishing. So in a way, it's all this connectivity between, our urban living, our oceans, our rural communities. Everything is connected up. So, with no further ado, I think we should go into the poets.
Let me get it right. What if we got it wrong?
The year is 2300 and something. All the ice caps have melted to nothing. Sea levels have risen and the air is filled with dust and ash from volcanoes erupting. Tropical storms wrap the planet's middle like a belt of flies. Droughts suck life from whole continents and only the strongest or luckiest survive. We started off with a kind of a worst case scenario, 300 years into the future. Climate change doesn't change, it keeps getting worse. We've got this kind of apocalypse vibe happening. And then we talked about what's impossible, and we talked at the end about what is possible and what we can kind of all do on a day-to-day basis.
I'm walking along the street, well, what is left of the street that used to be. I just passed my local corner shop. It's not in the corner anymore. Should I write about what's inside the corner shop? There's nothing there. The shelves are all bare.
So that's what if you put it as like a colour thing, because then that would bring out the heat.
Paint the core blue and it will cool down.
That's so good.
Wicked. Scribe.
Right.
Yesterday I was just in Ghana. Now I'm in Jamaica. In just half an hour I'll be in Ibiza. Free travel, yeah. You might think it's cool just because it's cheaper, but the pain cuts so much deeper. So much deeper.
I can't paint the core blue to make it cool. Who do you think I am, Doctor Who?
Think about which image you kind of connected most to. Or it could be that you kind of go off onto something that's not even in the images and you just want to use some of the imagery there. So it might be that you might do Dear Petrol Pump or Dear Bus Stop. Oh, and in your poem, can you include all 5 senses? Let's just keep it rich. In a way, writing about climate, about problems that we're facing, really is about poetry being a poetry of witness, about saying this is happening in the world. What can we do to communicate with people, to make them think differently about it, to make them feel differently about it?
Dear Mountain Range, I was writing to ask you a short question. It may seem simple, but please consider carefully before you reply. Where did the glacier go and why?
Okay, so this is from the Writing Room Apples and Snakes project. First person, Letitia Lovelace Hanson. Come on.
A to B in your fast, nasty cars, clogging, blocking oxygen and CO2 with suffocating fumes. Overusing, misusing, ultimately abusing all the amazing things Earth provided for you.
I don't know much about climate change, but how am I supposed to when my news is laced with tits and towie and rising seas just mean that Amy's natural bees have become double Ds and deforestation is a monthly waxing occasion.
The thing that excites me about hearing the work that we heard today is that is part of a positive response, because sometimes we can think, well, what can we do about climate change? It's such a huge issue. Yes, I can start thinking about putting on a jumper, I can think about turning on my lights, I can think about small actions that I can take. But I think it's also this much bigger issue of how can we affect a change in the way people think. And I think that that's really one of the core roles that poetry has to play.
I can't take it. People dying, their hair, taking showers than they need, playing too much FIFA. Maybe if I recycled more, I'll make a little difference. Maybe if I had shorter showers, there would still be flowers. Our way of living can't stay the same.
It needs to end or the world will.